I got it. Streets.
Homicide, shots firing, inside a dangerous environment. Police sirens, dimes and silence. Modifications of my weapon, war wounds on my body. I'm a motherfucking legend in this section. Question my faith. Niggas see me winning, they just wanna be in my place. Cameras all in my face, police raided the place. Still can't slow down my pace. Place a hold on my freedom.
It ain't exclusive if it ain't a EMLN exclusive. It's your boy BQ. We in the beautiful downtown San Jose, Silicon Valley, 408, South Bay area. And it's been 2 fucking years since we done a podcast. It's been a cool minute. It's been a pandemic. It's been challenges. It's been growth. There's been so much shit that has transpired over the years. Today, I got a very special guest. This individual did a podcast with me about, I would say, 4 years ago.
That long ago?
4 years ago. Yeah, 2016, 2017. This individual, I caught attention to through his independent movement as an artist, putting his own music videos, curating, producing his own music videos and curating with other people to manifest his vision, which I feel like in a time period where a lot of people weren't on the independent movement just yet, because it wasn't popular to be independent. You know what I mean? It was more like you had to work your ass off to really take your shit to the next level. So straight from South Berkley, actor, rapper, entrepreneur, producer, director. I mean, the list goes on. I want to give a special introduction to the homie Koran Streets in the flesh. He's here today. It's been. First off, I want to say thank you for coming back to the tank.
No, most definitely.
It was already like hella. It was hella funny just to invite you the first time, because I was like, I don't even know if he's gonna come down. You know, I was barely interviewing.
Jalisco's.
Man,
Shout
them
out to,
tacos,
San
bro.
Jose Jalisco's tacos.
Hey, bro, that place
Did your boy right?
Hey, that place. Hey, everybody knows that place is clutch. After the club, you know what I'm saying? Like after SJBG, 2 o'clock, all the cops telling everybody to go home. Everyone's going straight to the east side to get them tacos you had. So I'm glad I was able to expose you a little bit into the culture.
You in here put me on the San Jose culture, baby. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah.
It's good. I fuck with it. I'm going to keep it 100. Like, I probably been to San Jose. Probably like, because like when we was doing the, when we were premiering the Licks movie, we premiered the Licks movie out in San Jose a couple times.
Oh, word! I didn't know that.
I've probably been out in San Jose probably like 10 times.
Where did you premiere that in the?
I couldn't even tell you.
Do you know
some movie theater downtown?
Easy. I want to say it was Cinequest, because that's right down the street. It's one of the big theaters. Yeah. That shit is one of the nice theaters out here. Well, the reason why I asked that is because, like, you know, a lot of people that do know you primarily for like music. Some that do keep up with you, they know their movies that you're featured in. Mm-hmm. I already know, but for the people that are just tuning in that don't know you, like, I guess, you know, for the ones that only know you as an artist, give a little introduction to just kind of like what you do, because obviously I know it from a certain point of view, but you Koran Streets himself, man. So
that's like, it's such a hard question for me to answer.
For sure.
Because I really honestly do so many things.
For sure.
I'm a true Renaissance man. But I think what I'm mainly known for is rapping and acting. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, entrepreneur, all around hustling.
And I just when I walked up to you today, you just laced me up my late 20s drip.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
I really like that album cover. I was telling you that off camera earlier, just because it really illustrates, like, I feel like the things that you went through, like the milestones in your life and all the challenges you dealt with. In being independent artists, I feel like people look past because they think it's like such a trendy thing now, but they don't realize like there's so much shit that goes in, so many sacrifices, so many things that you have to like basically put to the side, because, you know, instead of being a regular citizen, you know, doing the regular things, getting a job, going to college, getting a career, you chose to pursue your passion. So I guess my question is, like, why did you choose that route?
I didn't really choose like what I did, honestly. Everything that like I'm celebrated for, like everything that I'm revered for, was like honestly directly given to me from my mama.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, everything that motherfuckers come to me and be like, "Hey, bro, you the nigga, you did this and that." Like, mama made me rap. Literally, I was 9 years old. She came in the room. Y'all want to rap? Like, go with Rudy. That's literally how that happened. My mother, Dr. Ayodele, word slanger and zinger, She runs the only fully African American theater in Northern California called the Lower Bottom Place. So
Where's that located?
downtown Oakland.
Okay.
1540 Broadway.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And that's
state-of-the-art theater.
and I'm assuming like it's not
Smack dab downtown Oakland in the middle of Broadway, man.
so you got all types of different community members that probably go through there and take advantage of the program.
No, most def. The facility is used for all sorts of things. But getting back to the point, I always grew up on stage because my mother was always an actress, and then she was a theater director.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since I was 7 years old, man, I've done probably over 150 on-stage plays. I mean, everything from Shakespeare, Macduff, Hamlet. I mean, you name it. I've done everything.
And that's very unique, bro, because like first off, it's different when you're like in a production film and you're acting, you got a script, but when you're on theater, you're like curating, you're doing rehearsals, you're working with different groups. I'm assuming that's kind of like the dynamic in that environment, right?
No, definitely.
So like at 9 years old, so your mom kind of already set that example for you. Essentially, she was already a hard worker. Sounds like she invested in herself and what you guys believed in community wise.
My mother's a Renaissance woman. My mother doesn't just do one thing.
Yeah.
You know, so.
The reason I was transitioning into your mom and stuff was in the late 20s album. The song I really liked was Moving Slow. That song is hard as fuck. And I remember when, we were talking off camera, like how it went off and stuff. That song was still on my iTunes for some reason. So I was still slapping that shit, even though all the music wasn't there. But what I really liked about it was like the dialogue she was saying like, if you have a bulldozer,
Like, a poet.
And it was just so like, I feel like I really resonated with that. It's just like you work your way up, but you got to work in bits and pieces very slowly. Not everything is going to come the way. I mean, that's kind of what I took away from it. Just that was my way of receiving that message. But I thought it was really impactful because when I first met you, you already emphasized how much of an impact your mom was. So hearing you incorporate her into it, I thought that was powerful. What was her reaction to that record?
She loved it. She loved it. I never like I said, everything that I'm revered for and like was given to me by my mom. And as I grew and like progressed in the music, she was always there every step of the way. So she heard me get better. Like I remember when I started rapping, I was trash.
Yeah, we all gotta start somewhere, right?
That shit was weak as hell. So she always, in a way, has been a fan of the music, even if she didn't really agree with what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the music changed.
Yep.
Over time.
Evolve, growth.
And she's always been an artist in her own right. Right now, my mother is the poet laureate of Oakland. The poet of all poets. It's the poet that represents this.
I just learned that term, like just on Juneteenth.
My mother, her name is Wordslinger. There's a poet named Wordslinger. Bad than a motherfucker. Like I said, she's the poet laureate of Oakland.
That's hard.
And I always grew up like being a fan of my mom. Like, she's a bad motherfucker, bro. Not just saying this because it's my mama. Like I said, she's literally the Oakland's poet.
Yeah.
So I was always a fan of her work.
Yeah.
So I would always study the work. She would always recite poems to me and such. I grew up like listening to every poem my mom did. So it was just this poem in particular. God, she gonna kill me if I don't know what book this is from, because she published it. But when I heard it, it just resonated with me too. When I was writing that record, it just seemed like the best way to complete it. Everything that I was talking about, it's kind of like she said it in her form, her version of it. So I kind of felt like they really, really meshed together really well, and that shit is just like sacred to me, man. It's kind of really hard for me to listen to that song. That shit made me cry.
It's emotional, bro. I feel the emotion. Like I've never met your mom. I've only spoken to you on a few occasions, but we got a solid relationship. But every time I hear that record, I really feel that shit. That's why when I was working out in certain modes, I'm like, I slapped that song,
Well, it took when I made that song. I tell you, I remember writing that record too. I was standing in the kitchen in the apartment. I was getting ready to get not be in no more. I was in a failed relationship. Baby girl had got about that motherfucker and left me to pay the rent.
Damn.
Kind of like on some spooky shit, like on some ghost shit. She kind of just disappeared.
It ain't cheap out here in the Bay. Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, and then even in dealing with that, because I was working on the second album then.
Yeah.
By that time, shit was on Rolling Stone. You know, my first album I made Rolling Stone. 28 best rap album of the year. My first movie Licks, that was out at the time. It was
a lot of momentum.
Literally going
a lot of momentum.
crazy. It was just a lot of momentum, and I just felt like still in the moment I was super stagnant. Like I was super stagnant. And then even like my momentum and spirit going forward, like just that record, it was just like everything was just moving slow for me at that time. Like I seen the silver lining and shit, like with like staying down and like working hard, like what did it come to? But in that moment, it's just like everything I was going through, I put in that record.
That's powerful.
So.
And there's a couple songs on. There's another track on there I like. Is an OG.
Yeah.
I fuck with that one because I feel like that's so true. Like you got people that are older. You know, there's a lot of adults out here that act like kids, unfortunately. But there's also some youngsters or people that are young adults that they grow fast. You know, they go through shit, and that kind of like conditions them to be wiser. And that's kind of what I took away from that record too. Is that he said I've been in I forgot the exact words. He said
I've been now 15.
OG, yeah, that's that part right there. So that's why I felt like, you know, when I looked at the shirt and I kind of see the illustrations of like, you know, different themes of like something that happened. So it was 3 years ago. I don't know if it was like 2 years.
26, 27.
Yeah, 26, 27. So would you say that, you know, would you feel like you're a little more older, wiser than the normal late 20s individual? Because I feel like everyone's life is different, right? Everyone has a different pace at life. But would you say
I've been wise since I was a little ass boy, bro?
Yeah.
I've been sharp all my life, bro. Like even in like through all like my transgressions, like me fucking up and shit, I always knew right from wrong.
Yeah.
Like I always had structure. I always had a mother who cared, who was on my ass, who made sure like and I was punished not only by the law, but I always had to deal with my mama.
Yeah.
Like my mother is a public figure. And she cared a lot. So it was never a thing of me not being raised the right way. Like I always knew right from motherfucking wrong.
Yeah.
And I was just very like well educated. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
yeah.
My mother has every college degree there is to get, including her PhD. So she always like put that in me, emphasized just me being able to verbalize myself, communicate, and acting like I got some fucking sense. So everything I did that was ill, like I knew I was fucking up. Like I knew I was fucking up. So going back to that, like I always been wise, always been sharp. I don't really think your age defines like you being revered in a certain way, looked at as a nigga, like having a certain respect. There's some niggas out here 16 years old, man, take care of the whole house.
Yeah,
wake
that's
up
real.
every day, get little sister up, take her to school. You know, some young men out here who ain't got no mama, who ain't,
I agree,
you know, got no daddy, and they move in such a way and handle responsibility in such a way at a young age to where you see motherfuckers in their late 20s, you know, incredibly immature.
Yeah, no, it's wild, man. Our society is in weird
environment
for sure.
I think about it's all about your upbringing and kind of when you choose to wake up. You know, I woke up at a young age. Like I said, I always knew what's up. You know, I was just hard at it.
So like through all the, you know, the obstacles you dealt with through your path, and even before you jumped into your career and decided to make this your career, would you say like where are you at now, like mentally? Like, because I feel like through your music I was able to get in that sense of like where you were at mentally at that time, but you know, I haven't listened. That was late 20s. So now we're, you know, coming into keep hustling, right? Right? Keep hustling. So what's the mindset coming into this? Like what's it looking like?
Well, late 20s, I don't know if anybody's like a fan of the music or like can go back, but it was kind of literally 4 images. Image of me when I was very young, when I was a little boy, just, you know, bright-eyed, you know, playing with a basketball and shit. After that, it transcended into another image of me when I was in the hospital. I was 12 years old. I got burned over 27% of my body, beyond 4th degree. Lost all these fingers on this hand, lost these 2. Was a starting shooting guard on the team. That happened like going literally into puberty, you know, when I was 13. After that, there's another image of me 17, 18, and I was fully into a life of crime. and like where that took me, just being lost for a long time, man. And then there was another image of the current moment then 3 years ago when I was older and I had found success and I was trying to stay on that path. So all the music inside of that album were literally all the emotions I felt in my late 20s. You know, from being a little boy all the way up until the point in my late 20s. You know? Everything I went through personally, going through jail, like I said, finding success, everything in that album was just kind of a mixture of all of those emotions. So, and then honestly, I was fucked up writing that album. Like, I didn't really have a lot, bro. Like, to keep it real, bro. Like, I was sleeping on mama floor. And this is all in the album. So, and then if you know me as an artist, this is not nothing that's like not been publicized. You know? So, it was like I was talking about my boy the other day, my nigga Snoop. And it was like, I remember it was a time to where like I couldn't rap about shit. Like, I couldn't say, bro, I had a Bentley, I had a Phantom.
You couldn't. Couldn't put shit out there.
What was true to me was I'm sleeping on the floor. I don't have any money to go to the studio right now. That makes me feel really fucking bad. I have success that is kind of like in my sideline, but I don't have the finance to push me closer to the fucking success. That used to frustrate the shit out of me. So that is what's true to me. So that's what I would rap about. Like, that was like when
the frustrations of trying to get it.
Like when I used to make music, bro, it used to always I used to just always go to the real side. Like, bro, I'm going through shit. So this is my release. Nigga, broke right now, nigga sleeping on the floor. That's what I didn't know how to go to the studio. I couldn't get on this motherfucker and say riding around in the drop top. I mean, I could. But it wouldn't feel good to my soul. Niggas who know me would be like, nigga, where the drop top at? So it's like, you know, I was always just taught to like speak my truth. You know, speak my exact truth, whether it made me look bad or not. Like, nigga, that's what's going on. Now, at this point, man, life is a lot brighter for me, man. Life is, bro, like a 360 from what it was when I was working on the album. So,
that's beautiful.
All my shit sound like how I look right now. You know, gorgeous.
I was waiting for that. Beautiful. I was waiting for you to say some shit.
You know,
I look beautiful.
You know, exuberant. You know, check this melanin. You know, the best melanation she ain't never seen on a man.
But that's why I like to hear what I took away right now. What you said is like the emotions you felt, like the frustration of like wanting to get the goal, like you feel like you're within reach, and you're just so close. That's kind of like the emotion, right? That's what you were saying. So, what do you feel like? That's what you needed? Do you feel like that is like? Do you feel like that was the difference to get to like where you at? Like how you say how you feel now?
Nah, man.
Or do you feel like you could have been different? Or
nah, I mean, always been a hustler, bro. All my downfalls came to when I was trying to do something different. Like me, man, I grew up robbing niggas. Trying to sell some dope and shit, you know. But like I said, I was always raised with vision. I was always raised with foresight. I was always raised with a lot of structure. So I always knew that I couldn't do that shit forever.
For sure.
And then I always went to jail like for doing this shit, you know. Police ran in my mama like house for me selling dope, all type of shit. I'm going to jail for hella guns and shit. Like, I ain't lying. Gonna ask my mama. So when I was 19 and shit, I got it in my mind that I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. And I was always good like with the rap shit. I was always good with like the acting. That was always the things that I did my whole entire life. I'm out here robbing niggas and shit. I would literally be in a production Friday, Saturday, and Sunday doing Shakespeare and be trying to rob a nigga on Thursday. I swear to God.
It's just because it's like everything is all in that same timeline. I feel you. Because it was a pivot. It seems like there was like a pivot, right? Like when you hit 19, 20, you mentally were aware that right is right, wrong is wrong, and you knew you wanted to pursue a dream. But your reality was like, this is how I make my money. This is how I navigate life at the moment.
Then it got to the point where I'm going to jail for like more serious shit. Like police running in my mama's house now. Shit behind.
It's no more slapping the wrist type shit. It's like for real.
Bro, this shit getting real serious. Then I caught a case that it was like real serious. I was out in New York, and like my mama was like, "This is it." It's every time I ever, had a transgression like that, she always supported me, always showed up for me. But it's just that time she was like, "Fuck it, I can't do it no more." And I didn't say this before in interviews. You know how you hear somebody, but you don't really hear them. Like I was listening that time, and I kind of straightened it up. But that's kind of always how I knew how to get money.
Yeah.
Like that's how I always knew how to support myself. So when I wasn't trying to do that no more, I never like tried to like work for nobody.
Yeah.
Like, that was never my thing. I was always like geared and structured to like work for myself. Whether it be the wrong thing, whether
Yeah.
I was always just taught to support myself independently, financially. Always been a hustler, bro. Always been a hustler, bro. Even when I ain't have a lot, I always knew how to go and get some money. So and then even like with the business and shit, I never really like depended on nobody. I was always kind of like really in house with everything that I did. And I wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Myself, when it come to me, bro, I do 90% of everything.
Yeah. No, producing, directing, writing.
I literally, if you look at me and you'd be like, "Oh man, it's moving," and how you do that? He must have hella people behind him, and nah, bro.
It's like that. I mean, especially as independent
It's just
business
me and
owner,
Jeremy Corrales.
you gotta wiggle and wear multiple hats.
No, just me and Jeremy Corrales, man. I ain't got no team. I ain't got a hype man. No,
you the hype man. More than that.
I'm the man.
He says, I'm the man.
I'm the man, bro. So I would say I was able to stay afloat because my way to like provide for myself is kind of like really non-conventional. So and then like I said, even with the music, I kind of just kept hustling through the shit. But then I was even thinking about when you just said, what a time, bro. Like inside of that pandemic, this thing about pre-pandemic.
Yeah, hella different.
And then think about inside of the pandemic. Bro, what a time, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
everybody had money.
Dude, hey, real shit. Bro. Real shit.
Everybody had money.
That is real shit, bro.
When you went outside, it was like the energy was light. Everybody's spirit was more lighter. Everybody was happy for a little bit. Everybody could breathe. I mean, you seen people who kind of always struggle financially and shit, man. You seen people really having shit. People bought new cars. I mean, even the bitches bought chains.
Yeah. Them BBLs and shit.
Every bitch got a BBL. I mean, bro. So it's like, even in such like turmoil.
Yeah.
Like, what a time, So I applaud everybody who made it through that, but not only made it through that, inside of that, like found a hustle. Found a hustle, bro, or took that little money that they was giving niggas, bro, and ain't fell off yet. But on the flip side of that, like I said, what a time. What a time now.
Yeah.
To where all the money gone.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
All the money gone. Everybody just
the climate is hella different.
Motherfucking money. Niggas didn't even go out and get new teeth.
They was out there buying fucking seafood. They was out there buying fucking all types of shit.
All the money is gone. Like, you seen people who've never really had a dime like that, or really never had the best of things, had a 6 month run of having the best of fucking everything.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything now.
Yeah,
they don't have shit
now. It's
and,
crazy. It's hot more. It's even more hot.
The position now is worse than what they were pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it is.
People now you done bought a whole lot of shit you can't keep up with.
Yep.
Or you've gone out here and you've put yourself in the light of, I'm the nigga with the money.
Yeah.
I'm the nigga with, I'm doing this. We been having it. So now you feel like you can't show your face now because you ain't got the fucking money. So now it's I see a lot of people leaning towards desperation.
Yeah, no, it's real, bro.
Like, desperation is at an all-time high right now in the Bay Area. Niggas trying to keep up.
Yeah. And
not just the Bay Area. I feel like that's everywhere.
Yeah, cross.
But that's just that. What a time, bro.
Yeah. No, we living in history, bro. We really living in history because, the last pandemic was, 1913 or some crazy ass date like that. And no one alive has experienced that shit. Yeah. So we've never been trained or taught or educated on how to prepare for this shit. Mm-hmm. So to your point, I do applaud anyone that's been able to navigate this shit.
No, because a lot of us haven't been trained or taught about financial literacy.
That's what I was gonna say next. Yeah, because the financial literacy is terrible in just minorities and people in low income. Like we've never really been taught because if we go to public school education, like where I went to school at, very poor. I don't remember shit, like anything. My best education was when I went to JC and I actually cared about the shit I was learning. So to that point, like I didn't learn about credit, I didn't learn about business credit, didn't learn about LLCs, nothing until like 4 or 5 years after college, and that's unfortunate. It shouldn't be like that. Like you got, white families that go into private schools, they set their kids up for life. They got their co-sign on a credit card. They build up their credit. They already got, money saved up. As soon as they're out, they got capital to start doing stuff. So to the point, it is weird. Poverty does cause symptoms of like crime. People start robbing people. People start,
and
what I'm saying? It's unfortunate.
Like, for some people, like ignorance is like hereditary.
Yeah.
Like financial illiteracy is like hereditary. Like it was never taught. It wasn't taught to grandmama. It wasn't taught to grandpa.
We was just living, buying shit.
Like, so some of that shit like be hereditary. So it is up for us to be conscious trying to break generational cycles.
I agree. No, I agree with that 100%. We've been conditioned to be consumers.
Yeah, but I don't want to get out here and like preach like I'm holier than now. Like I said, bro, I'm a nigga who was 26 years old sleeping on my mama's floor, fucked up.
Yeah.
With no excuse to be like broke.
Yeah.
And not have it going on. But so I understand anybody like being in transition. I understand everybody being in like a hard time or a hard period. I'm just saying now in this day and age, we don't have no excuse.
Yeah.
Like we literally don't have no excuse, So
yeah, we got everything. Social media, tools.
I salute to everybody who made it through, and I send love to everybody who's still trying to make it through. Shit hard right now, bro.
Yeah, no, real shit.
Than the motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that's love to everyone out there that's going through these challenges. No one has. There's people a lot that's not alive that haven't experienced this shit. Like,
no, for real.
Like, so we can't beat ourselves up, but we also got to be mindful that we in America, where there's a lot of conflicts, a lot of controversy, but you also have the ability to make money if you really try. You might have to put your pride aside and maybe start doing some dishwashing or some shit. If you're trying to get some type of legal capital, you gotta do what you gotta do.
If I'm broke, I ain't turning down a dollar.
Period.
That's a real ignorant motherfucking thing. I'm a motherfucker broke, but he don't want to go and do something to get some money.
That's the shit that gets me conflicted so much, bro.
You turning down money.
That's that shit I don't get.
Too much pride.
That's very true. We live in that generation. So before we conclude it, I want to give an opportunity to talk about the project coming up. I'm assuming late summer, maybe borderline fall.
Late summer. Keep hustling. Keep hustling. That's the brand. It's the name of my new project EP.
What should we expect? Are we expecting certain
Hustle music. All right, look, guys. Okay, look. Is the camera on?
Oh yeah.
All right, now look. Now, if you want some shit about, the ops, and the 30 and the fully and the and I hopped out and killed 4-5 niggas on a horse like Zorro. I saved the day. I put the bitch on the back of the horse. Then I went and I got on the yacht and, all of this. So, I always tell niggas nowadays, bro, niggas be rapping from the position of like a serial killer.
Yeah.
These niggas rap like serial killers, bruh. Slid down, shot that nigga, then 30, we been in blocks, niggas, fuck the ops. Hey, bro, there's some shit about some money, cuz. Yeah, there's some shit about some money. I know that's not common. I know that's not what niggas rap about and what's cool to niggas. But no, this is some shit about some money and some pretty women, and some extravagance. Some illustrious shit. Not like I said, I know that's not common in what you niggas like and rap about, but yeah, that's what this is. Cause keep hustling.
That's what
niggas is weird.
That's true, bro. A lot of people rapping about shit, and so there's a lot of rappers that don't rap about things related to their actual life too. So I second that. Also coming up,
shit about some hustling, man. Some shit about some money. Some shit to get you in the mood to get some money, man.
My guy Koran always hustling. I know you got the music career and we also got the acting career. Independent film, Baby Daddy.
Yeah, my new film, Baby Daddy.
Who you working with? Like who?
Myself.
It's just you?
Myself, but my brother Luis Montoya.
Okay.
Who has, if you've ever seen a video of mine, he's probably shot 90% of all of my videos. It's my brother. He is literally somebody I couldn't really do like visual production without. Bro been with me for the last 6 years, so
wow.
he's a large part of my success, you know, because how people see me, it's literally his doing. So going forward, you know, we always kind of like make mini movies when it comes to like the music videos. But
Dope.
like I said, going forward, directing, producing, starring in my own film, which would be called Baby Daddy. Yeah, me and Louise Montoya, I put it together late 2023 for y'all.
Oh, okay. And I remember I don't. Was that the same? I saw you post some stuff on Instagram when you were in LA that was related to a film. Is that the same film or was that a different one?
No, shout out to Jamal Shakir. That is a excellent young brother with a incredible talent. He curated and directed a film called The Land of No Pity, which is his
Oh yeah,
father's
that's the one I
story
saw. Yep.
based on the best-selling novel. Also, I've done other work with him, but that is a young director who y'all should really pay a lot of attention to, named Jamal Shakir. Man, he a bad motherfucker. But that was The Land of No Pity. That was his work.
And the last thing that I wanted to ask you, because, you know, like I said, the Late 20s project was one of my favorite projects. It was up on iTunes and social media, you know, digital platforms for a few, I don't want to say maybe a couple months, and then it wasn't available. Wanted to ask you, you know, kind of like what was the context of what happened? You mentioned to me that, you know, you were working with a record label now. So kind of like what's the context of like what happened with that?
It was like when that shit happened, it was dope. It was big as hell. But once again, like just going back to like pre-pandemic, I had started working with No ID. You know, shout out to No ID, man, my man's. So in the structure, you know, getting into new positions, working with new people and such, you know, certain things happen and such. But you know, the album back up now.
It's back up for sure. For the ones that haven't heard it yet, Late 20s. Up on iTunes, Spotify, any platforms for getting?
Shit, anywhere you can see and buy music. Shit, shout out to all my niggas in the pen. If it ain't up there, I'm gonna try to get it up there for y'all too.
That's love, man. And we like I said, I'm a big fan of Koran. You know, when we first
I'm a big fan of you.
When we first met, you didn't know nothing about me. You gave me an opportunity. You came all the way South San Jose. I went to Oakland to go pick you up. It was fucking pouring rain. I was with my boy Sefa, who was just here earlier. We swooped you. It was our first time meeting. We did the interview together. We got a good, you know what I'm saying, good interaction. Got a chance to be real with one another. And I from that day on, I built a lot of respect for you. That's why I wanted to continue to support you, and went to the listening party in Oakland. And after that, just been following you on social media. So when we got reconnected, I was like, I want Koran back on. You feel me? Because I'm the type of person where I don't want to interview just anyone who's just hitting me up. You got hella followers. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I care about people that really genuinely are 100% invested in what they do. And I clearly see that within you. And I appreciate your time. I want to say shout out to Brian Knockin for helping us out with the video production today. Hopefully this will be out soon so people can tune in a little more, learn a little bit more about your story. And we got more stuff coming with Koran. So this is the only time he's going to be in the tank today. He's going to be doing some more stuff. Any message you want to give to the audience, the fans, people tuning in that are listening?
You can go and follow me at Koran Streets. Koran Streets 28 on Twitter. Koran Streets, anything else. Keep hustling. You know, that's the brand. You know, I got it. That's the slogan. RP JB the Legend. Y'all be on the lookout for my new project, Keep Hustling, later this summer. My independent film, Baby Daddy, late 2023. What's that?
And that's it, folks. Once again, if you haven't tuned in, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast, EMLN Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, EMLN Exclusive. Stay tuned for more podcasts, highlighting more folks, innovators, game changers. The list goes on. It ain't exclusive. It ain't an EMLN exclusive. It's your boy BQ, homie Koran.
No, I got it.
And we out. Peace.